Shout out goes out to Naruto Master 500, and your comment goes as follows. It happened in Smallville, but Jor-El was only testing him and nothing more. It was mentioned in the series. Yeah, you know I've seen the series countless amounts of times, and every time I've seen it, there's been no other way to interpret the early versions of Jor-El as a good guy or benevolent. He actively says things maliciously. He actively goes out of his way to harm the people that Clark cares about. You could call it a test, you could call it whatever you want, but it wasn't good no matter how you try to slice it. Like, even in that, I didn't even like it. Like, yeah, no, I disagree, but like, you know, thanks for the comment. Thank you for engaging and paying attention enough to actually have this comment. Anyway, peace.
One eternity later.
The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken. Deuteronomy 18:15. All right. Let me see if I got this right. Scarlett Johansson says that she was offered a lot of roles revolving around desirability and the male gaze as a young actress. That is less frequent. Yeah, it's going to be one of those videos today, so buckle in and take it away, Nakari. Alright, this is a little outside my wheelhouse, but more or less it's still the same I want to talk about. Mind my voice, I'm a little under the weather for these past few days, and it'll get better eventually. Yada yada yada, woo woo woo. Let's get into it. So basically, Scarlett Johansson's tripping. Like, she's crashed out, she lost her mind. She's getting annoyed again that, you know, she hit the wall and she's not as possible as she used to be. I say again because this is not too similar to her little rant she made as far as a different interview way back when in 2022, you know, before she was, 40.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's the age for me that makes this oh so sweet. It's like usually when women hit the wall, they get spiteful, vengeful, hateful of society that men made so cushy for them. But in this example, it gets more annoying because it's like, no, like seriously, what the hell is this article? In the recent interview for the Times London, Johansson said that when she first entered the industry, the roles she was offered usually centered around desirability and the goals and needs of her male counterparts. However, she thinks the Hollywood of today is ushering in a different time for young women.
What?
Like, bro, has Hollywood just like deleted like most of their files when it comes to like the past 20 years?
A few minutes later.
Women who reap the benefits of what they claim to hate, but then when they get older, the benefits stop coming and all they have with themselves is, an apparent quote unquote sense of regret and objectification, which is the situation we find with Scarlett Johansson. She's pretending as if she's been objectified by the industry, being Hollywood, being any casting call or whatever have you. She feels like the roles that was mainly made for like the appeal, the admiration of men. And I'm just like, gang, you were a beautiful woman. Personally, I still beat today, but that's neither there. The point is, she was a beautiful young woman at the height of her powers and at the pinnacle of what she was capable of, brimming with potential that she chose to exploit. And now that she's not getting the calls, the rings, now that she's not getting the messages left by 1,000 different agencies every so days or so hours, now it's starting to hit her, and now it's starting to get to her pride a little bit, which is really what this whole rant comes down to.
A few minutes later.
Why? Like, genuinely, why? Like, what is she talking about? Like, this has been a... No, your dead ass gonna love this one. This is crazy. The messaging is different. There are many more role models. Women are visible in powerful positions, and the opportunities to have had to play women who don't have to just be one thing or another thing have increased, Johansson said. But when I was younger, a lot of roles I was offered or I went for.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
See, I'm gonna stop it right there. You went for these roles. You signed the contracts every time you're in a movie.
No shit.
Am I tweaking right now? Like, what is the point of this? Oh my God. Like, I genuinely can't. This is the shit that people say. But hey, to each their own, bro. Like, this is insane to me.
And that's a fact.
Also, I know it's been a minute since y'all seen my face. Hi, how are you? I'm trying a different form of editing styles, but yeah. Back to you, recording, Nakari. Right.
3 days later.
Pride, vanity, ego, and being humbled in the face of your age. And it just hits a lot of these celebrities a lot harder. Millionaires being mad that they're not making as many zeros as they used to when they were younger and more fertile and more nubile and more lucrative. You know, they had more roles, more opportunities for said roles. They had just generally speaking, they just had a better shot at life. And now that they're being humbled a bit in their older years, the twilight of their youth, now they're a little bit pissed, which is again the situation here. Make no mistake, this isn't a woman who is pissed off at the scorning and the patriarchal norms of society. This is a woman past her prime and pissed about the results. That's really all this situation is. Because I'll repeat, the women who talk like this are usually always older, usually frustrated, and usually they just aren't getting the same amount of attention. It never fails, whether it's dating or success in the business field. Women will always have issues with what they don't benefit from anymore. Once they realize a certain success in a certain field when they were younger and better at the market, now all of a sudden, oh, it's the market's problem itself for not realizing women's true potential. When women had different roles, they just also balanced out the fact that romance, sex appeal, and just general attractiveness was just the name of the game. You don't hear a single male, counterpart in the acting sphere ever complain about this because they know the assignment to be attractive, to be a male, the leading male face, whether it be of action, romance, whatever have you, you need a degree of appeal. And when you have that appeal, you exploit that appeal. The cutoff is just different with men because the standards are different. Same with women. Everyone has their standards. Everyone has what they value in a star. And in general, the younger, the prettier, the better your chances are of making it in Hollywood or just as an actor.
What do you mean by that?
That's just how it works, man or woman. A lot of women just can't face the realization that they're just not the it girl anymore, which is the situation we've seen with Scarlett Johansson and a lot of her more recent antics and even recent copiums as far as like roles she's been taking. Anything to pay the bills, that is. Now, of course, the easy solution is to downsize and to change your way of living from the lavish, from the glitz and glam to the more modest living. But that's why most of these celebrities go broke. It's because they're used to being a pampered lifestyle and they don't want to give that up. Why? Vanity, pride, and ego, like I mentioned earlier. That's all that rules the hearts of these people. They want success, and when they don't get it, they cry to the big bad corporation that given them their millions in the first place. And it's so idiotic to me. I never find any sympathy in these type of people, especially because they have no problem using and gaming the system when the system works for them. But now that they have to work on the system's terms, it's pissing them off. And it's so annoying to see. It's like watching spoiled children not get their way for the first time. It's humbling, and for the most part, it's so satisfying. Because at the end of the day, people need to understand that everyone has a shelf life. No one's gonna be the it girl. There's always gonna be someone better, stronger, faster, and better looking. You just have to adapt to whatever field you're in. If you want to change your genre, you want to change what you want to see in the roles of women, do that. But if most people, and even the people who write your checks, aren't ready to see that change, you're gonna have to conform or get out of the way for the next pretty face. If you don't like it, get over it, sweetheart. But it just is the way the world is. Like, that's just life. But yeah, it's a short little video. I just want to get my perspective on this. Comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.